This Bible is the King James Version and also includes our founding father documents. Yes, the Constitution, which I'm fighting for every single day, very hard to keep Americans protected. Also, the Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence, and the Pledge of Allegiance are all part of this. God bless the USA Bible, and it's just very important and very important to me. I want to have a lot of people have it. You have to have it for your heart, for your soul. Many of you have never read them and don't know the liberties and rights you have as Americans and how you are being threatened to lose those rights. It's happening all the time. It's a very sad thing that's going on in our country, but we're going to get it turned around. Religion and Christianity are the biggest things missing from this country, and I truly believe that we need to bring them back, and we have to bring them back fast. I think it's one of the biggest problems we have. That's why our country is going haywire. We've lost religion in our country.
Shalom, giving our praise to my Heavenly Father. His name is Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Korkadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders that were well. Peace and many salutations to Yakim is told in truth. Now, this is Trump speaking about a new Bible that he issued out, and it has the Constitution in the back of it, of a King James Version Bible, and also has the song "God Bless America" lyrics in it. So Trump is pushing Christian nationalism, and I don't think it's coincidental with what we've been seeing. I've seen just yesterday in regards to Biden, okaying Ukraine to use long range artillery against Russia, which is going to escalate the war. People make the argument that, Biden is, throwing a fit on his way out, for lack of a better term. But we have to understand that, Trump administration, the first administration, was very hawkish, meaning he was very much so pro-war. Okay, I'm gonna look up this word hawkish for you, just so you can have it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? The word hawkish. Hawkish, and I just simply Googled it. And if you look at the second definition, it says advocating an aggressive or warlike policy, especially in foreign affairs. And, the Trump administration was very much so hawkish. Okay. When it comes, especially when it came to Jake's countries, or Jake, embedded countries, I should say, because Jake doesn't really own these countries, but they're in these countries like South America. I think the Trump administration was, a huge component in, the Venezuelan administration falling because of various sanctions put on it, and also funding coups. And also putting certain sanctions on Cuba, because Cuba and Venezuela had ties with another, so putting many sanctions on Cuba. I believe during his administration, no, that was the Biden administration. That was a Haiti situation, but various wars, were commenced, and that's in practically every cabinet has had their hands in war, especially when it comes to the Middle East. And that's the biggest agenda. The agenda is war. The biggest money maker in America is war. So yeah, they like to make play these political games when it comes to one party for war and another party against it. Is all BS. all of them are full war because they're making money. Again, America doesn't produce quite a few lot of things, but what it does produce is war. And I believe that that Trump was um, Trump was selected to ready America for war. All these other you know all these other countries are getting their nation ready, and America is starting to get themselves together too. You know, Kamala, that she really didn't have a chance. She really made herself look bad. You know, whether it be on purpose or whatever. There's like the brother Shimon said, there's more nuance than what we think as far as somebody just getting selected or them picking someone. It's about lobbyists and things of that nature. But she did a terrible job, and majority of so-called white people didn't want her to be, the next president or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't feel like she's fit. You know, Esau Edom is in a substantial amount. Jake is in the spirit of trying to galvanize America, trying to save America. Okay, which we know is not going to work, despite them getting Trump in there to again galvanize the people for war. It's not going to happen. Okay, this place and the spirit of this place, it's dull. It's done. You know, so regardless who they get in there, we know that this place, is going to fall. It says Jeremiah 51 in uh uh in 8. I'm gonna get straight to the point. Now this is talking about other nations, but we could use that for the spirit of mega. It's not gonna work. Jeremiah 51 and 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her. If so be she may be healed. And there's no healing in Babylon. There's no spiritual revival that's going to help this place. Christian revival that's going to help this place. There's no new political party, old political roots that's going to save this place. This place, is it's done. It's done. Let's get this in what's that? In Micah 1. Now, Micah, or is it Malachi? It's Malachi actually. Malachi 1. Now this is Malachi uh, 1 and 2. And I loved you, saith Yahweh, yet ye say, wherein hath thou loved us? Was not Esau's Jacob's brother, saith Yahweh, yet I love Jacob. And this is ultimately the reason why we know that this place is not going to flourish, because it was America. Babylon was birthed by Esau Edom. And, we know that biblically speaking, Esau Edom is supposed to go down in the latter days. Okay, and this is what we're seeing. Okay, he says, and I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. But for Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Now, this Malachi was written during the Persian captivity. And this is going into a bit of history of how the Most High allowed, Israel to rebuild, yet he didn't allow, Edom to rebuild, and that same spirit, is here today. Esau's in the mindset of, let's rebuild, we're gonna make this place great again, man. But the Most High, um, again, has sanctioned for this place to fall. Okay. So regardless of who they get into office, it doesn't matter. Biblically speaking, this place is cooked. Okay. Malachi 1:4. Wherefore Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh hath indignation forever. So this place, because it is ran by Esau Edom, will be destroyed. It will be, a desert. And it talks about that. Wow, in Isaiah, the 13th chapter. This is how we know this is talking about the future Babylon. Okay, not the Babylon of the old, but the Neo Babylon, which is Babylon Babylon the Great of America. Which okay, it says let's see here. See if I can get a good place for you guys. I start from the top. Isaiah 13:1. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah, the son of Amos, did see. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain. Exalt the voice unto them. Shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. The noise of the multitude of the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. Yahweh of hosts musters the hosts of the battle. So the Most High, is calling for war. These various nations are going to fight in the valley of Jehoshaphat. You know what I'm saying? And Babylon the Great would be a huge, a very big, integral part in World War III. Okay? Howl ye, for the day of Yahweh is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. And they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. So, this place, and the people, the masses, not only here, but, everywhere, it's going to see weaponry and warfare like no other. Drones are already changing warfare. Unpiloted vehicles. These vehicles, they could run into each other. Shoot certain things up. So skirmishes are happening even more frequently. What I'm saying? But I can imagine it being more violent too. When these boots hit the ground, we're gonna see all types of new weaponry. And it's gonna be a fright, especially to Babylon the Great. Babylon the Great is not ready. They don't have the foot soldiers. They had the artillery. They're giving out artillery, but they don't have the foot soldiers. In order for you to win a war, you have to put boots on the ground. So whatever, whatever small army, that America is able to muster up, man, they in for some pretty, ghoulish things, man. And not only, this place, but around the world. I mean, look at the images of Gaza. It's just, horrific sight. Women and kids being, hit by missiles. It's a tough bit of pill to swallow. Food uncertainty. All types of calamities and pestilence are happening. Well, that's going to happen on a massive scale. You know, and it's going to be a very cruel day. Okay, verse 9. Behold, the day of Yahweh cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. And this is how we know it's not talking about ancient Babylon, because ancient Babylon wasn't utterly destroyed. Okay, it was just uh, taken over by the Persians, but it wasn't laid flat. It was almost like as a transition. Verse 9. Behold, the day of Yahweh cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. For the stars of heaven and the constellation thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and I will lay hold the haughtiness of the terrible. So the Most High is going to destroy. Most High is going to destroy, wickedness on the earth, and He's going to do it with warfare, man. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy, man. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the gold wedge of Ophir. So a man on the Lord is going to be very precious in that day, and that's how we know Isaiah, the 4th chapter, is going to happen. Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of Yahweh of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. And it shall be as the chase road, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man run toward. Then shall every man turn to his own people. Salakia Jake tired. And flee everyone into his own land. That's right. So you're gonna see the max exodus of America. These various immigrants, that are over here. I'm talking about the right way with visas, from somewhat developed countries. They're gonna be going back to their land. Okay. And that could further hurt the economy, because a huge part of the medical field is immigrants. They get the immigrants to come in, that get these to be doctors, and they're getting them for cheap. they're I talked to one dude. He was like, man, they have a dude that's from India come in, and he's making 55 grand a year, and he's thinking, oh man, this is great, because he's from a poor country, and that's what they do. They get a lot of these immigrants is coming over here. Yes, they're illegal, but they have a lot that are coming over here that are legal, but they're bringing skills. It's actually a term called brain drain. Well, where those those people that are educated from developed countries, that leave that country and go to underdeveloped countries, or third world countries, as to say, excuse me. They'll leave their country to live in a developed country like America, and they give their skills to that country, and then in turn that country get their skill for cheap. Okay, but you're gonna see the opposite of that. You're gonna see people fleeing back to their own country. Okay, why? It's because it's gonna get crazy out here. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through. Verse 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. The children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. And that's horrible. seeing your children being, destroyed right in front of you. These are the times that we're coming into, though, man. World War III is going to be a trip, you know. And this place is a powder keg. America is a powder keg. Everybody's, tired of one another. It ain't gonna take much for this place to topple, because this place, is riddled with political polarization. you know, it's like you're being goofy, but some very, very, very bad times are coming here, man. It's not gonna be a joke. Okay, it's not gonna be a joke. All right. In all seriousness, it's gonna be very serious. Sedition and division is gonna be at an all-time high, and it will get violent. We see it already happening in Columbus, Ohio. Okay, it says, "Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it." Yeah, and those Medes, modern Russians, they're not gonna regard your money. Hell, they're making a whole new system to circumvent, the strength of the American dollar. Okay, so they're not going to be able to be bribed. Okay, verse 19, and behold, in Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans' excellency shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. See, that's how we know that this place is going to be utterly destroyed. And it's just talking about, Babylon the Great and not ancient Babylon. Because ancient Babylon wasn't utterly destroyed like Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay? So we're living in a time to where this place is going to be destroyed, regardless of, them gearing up for war. I'm going to read this real quick, just to illustrate what I'm saying. I haven't read it, honestly, but, I was, as we were, going through the lesson, I seen Trump's hawkish cabinet, and see, what's going on with them, between them and China. That's according to Asia. Let's see here. I'm gonna go to Algeria. Now this is Al Jazeera. It says Trump signals a hard line on cabinet. Excuse me, hard line on China with hawkish cabinet picks. And remember, keep in mind what we just read is in regards to the term hawkish. Taipei, Taiwan. United States President-elect Donald Trump is filling his incoming administration with figures known for their hawkish views on China, signaling a tough line on Beijing in areas ranging from national security to trade. Now, if you've been paying attention to what's been going on in the South China Sea, there's been very small skirmishes between the various navies of China and the Philippines. Okay. Also China and Taiwan. There's been, rhetoric, but there's been actual like a small skirmish between China and the Philippines. Okay. And we know the Philippines are allies to America, and South Korea is too, and so is Taiwan. You know, Taiwan in America has military pacts. So if Taiwan is ever attacked by China, which they believe that Taiwan should be a part of China, Taiwan is a part of China, America will back Taiwan. So that's a whole other situation in the Red Sea and the Yellow Sea and that over there, you see. But as you can see, Donald Trump has filled his he's feeling his incoming administration who with cats that are hawkish again, that advocates for war, especially when it comes to China, okay, and other places. So this, we could take this as an indicator of my conjecture, if you will, that yes, they got Trump in there for the purpose of galvanizing America to get ready for war. Okay. Uh, Trump on Tuesday nominated former Director of National Intelligence John Ratcliffe to head the CIA. Fox News host and Army veteran Pete Hegseth has as Secretary of Defense, and Florida Congressman Michael Watts uh, as National Security Advisor. On Monday, the president-elect named uh, Elise Stefanik, a congresswoman who holds a House of Representatives seat for New York, as his pick for United Nations ambassador. All right, so we're gonna jump down. It says all five are known for viewing U.S. and China as being locked in a Mer Mani Chine. I'm probably saying that wrong. I'm curious now. A former major religion. No, it's not talking about that. Let's look it up. Let's look it up. Definition. Oh, I was talking about that. I wonder what it meant by that. A former major religion that originated in Persia. The term man, Mani Chine can refer to a follower of Wooty Woo Wooty Woo. I was just curious to see what it meant. It says all five back to Al Jazeera. All five are known for viewing the U.S. and China as being locked in a Mani Chan struggle for power and advocating a hard line towards Beijing. Trump on Tuesday also named Tesla and SpaceX CEO Elon Musk and biotech entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy to lead a uh, Department of Government Efficiency, which is, I believe, is new. Unlike other figures in Trump's cabinet, Musk, who has significant business ties to China, is known for his relatively positive views about the Chinese government. Other notable Chinese hawks floated as candidate to join Trump's administration, including former ambassadors to Germany, uh, Rick Greenell. Well, let's see here. Yeah, it's just going into really just laying out that all these people are hawkish, or advocates war when it comes to China. Okay, so again, we know that he's filling his administration with people who are proponents of war. And again, I don't think it's coincidence that Biden just said, before he leave, he's going to just give, Ukraine some long range missiles like, uh, you know, you fix it all like 99 to boo boo. Nah, they're in the same league with one another. Trump was put in place to galvanize America for war. Okay, so again, prayers, edifying, shalom.